Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Esmeralda Zamora, and this is KXAN Live Noon Headlines on Wednesday. Today, we're going to start off with our first headlining story over in Israel. The Hamas leader was assassinated this morning. This breaking news came out of Iran. The leader from Hamas is dead. Hamas says an Israeli strike assassinated him, but Israel has not made any public comment at this time. The Israeli government vowed to kill the Hamas leader in response to the October attack on Israel that killed 1,200 people with 250 hostages. This deadly strike comes a day after the Israeli military said it killed the Hezbollah leader. Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari says Israel Defense Forces carried out a targeted strike.
He was a senior terrorist who has the blood of Israelis and many others on his hands. One day after Hamas massacre on October 7th, Hezbollah joined Hamas in attacking Israelis.
The U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin told reporters he was aware of the reports of the death. However, he said he has no additional information to provide. And moving on to more breaking news in South Texas, the buoys in the Rio Grande down at the border will stay for now. State Attorney General Ken Paxton says the state won an appeal. Paxton says the decision from the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans overrules a federal district court ruling against the barrier. Texas deployed those barriers over a year ago in Eagle Pass to deter migrants from illegally crossing into the state. The federal government sued, arguing the buoys illegally blocked waterways, and this new ruling means the buoys stay while the lower court hears the case. There's no word yet if the DOJ plans to appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. And moving on to Austin news, we have more sports teams for the city of Austin. Two men are leading an effort to bring a Major League Baseball team to Austin. Derek Fox is a tech salesman, and Matt McCowick is behind the political action committee, Save Austin Now. They just created an Austin Baseball Commission. It aims to put Austin on the short list of cities the league should select if it does indeed expand. The two did not back down, talking about how massive an undertaking it would be.
Look, this endeavor is complicated. There's a lot of elements to it. There's the financial element, which is significant. It's a $3 or $4 billion enterprise. There's the need to have a suitable site for the stadium.
And last but not least, for our news headlines today, for some of our H-E-B shoppers who have been long awaiting this news, H-E-B is now exploring a new way to let you pay for your groceries. The Texas-based chain is testing out Tap to Pay at one of the grocery stores in Dallas. H-E-B is planning to expand the payment method across all stores, but didn't say exactly when that would happen. But we will let you know when those details come out. Our KXAN digital reporter, Taylor Gritman, goes into more detail on this announcement on our website, kxan.com. And now moving on to weather. We have a special guest today, Mr. Freddie Vela. Thanks so much for joining us, Freddie.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the weather for today?
Well, first off, I'm going to say I'm very excited that H-E-B is finally going to be doing Tap to Pay because I've been waiting for that for a while.
Me too.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at clouds and radar right now. Obviously, it's been a very, very sunny day across Texas and here in central Texas as well, as you can tell, just looking at that. Very little cloud coverage whatsoever. But what it did do was create a beautiful sunrise because of some of the Saharan dust that's been coming through. The clouds out there kind of reflecting back some of those beams. Gorgeous. If you don't have a chance to watch sunrises or sunsets, you really need to, especially right now with some of the dust coming through. All right, here's a live look out of our Barons Creek Vineyards camera out there, out in Fredericksburg, and that gives you an idea of how little cloud coverage there is. We've been seeing a lot of sunshine out there, and while, yes, it created a beautiful morning, unfortunately what it is doing is also taking our temperatures back up as well. In fact, right now, currently still sitting at about 88 degrees, but it feels like it's 94 degrees out there. So that's that distance between your regular temperature and your feels like temperature, those heat indices. And unfortunately, those numbers expected to go back up as the day goes on. So Anyway, I have this graphic that I want to show, kind of giving you an idea of what to expect the rest of the day, right? We're going to be in the upper 90s out there. A few cities going to try to make a run for triple digits, but then we look out towards tomorrow morning. We'll drop down into the low 70s. Not too bad, but check this out for tomorrow. 98 in Austin, 100 in Llano, 101 in San Saba, 98 degrees in Lampasas. It's going to be a warm one out there, and I want to encourage you all to just kind of think about that as you're making plans for the next few days, because it doesn't look like we're going to get any relief on the way, especially in regards to the heat. You look out towards Friday morning, 77 to 78 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be another warm morning as well. So we do have a heat advisory for Milam County that includes Rockdale. Heat indices back up once again to over 105 in some spots, up to 108 is going to be that feels like temperature. In fact, this is today, just today. Look at this. Austin, feels like temperature of 108. That's what's forecasted for today. Out where Milam County is at, 104 to 107. LaGrange at around 108. And it's all because we have this high pressure that's kind of parked over us. And while, yeah, it's going to kind of wiggle around a bit, really we're going to be feeling the effects for a long time. So if you're like me, you have pets, this is the biggest thing to me. Take care of those pets, right? If they're excessive panting or drooling, bright red to pale tongue or gums, wide-eyed or anxious, vomiting, diarrhea, those are all signs of overheating. If they're looking for shade or puddles, just make sure best thing to do, take them inside. I have 3 dogs. They try to stay inside all day long if they can. And look, even as we play out throughout the next couple of days, there's no real big relief. Get out towards tomorrow, look at the clock. Thursday, 6:30 a.m. Yeah, few clouds early in the morning. But then that's it. And then we're just left with sunny skies, not only for today, but tomorrow, for Friday, Saturday. Rain chances pretty much gone. Really, the only day we have maybe the chance of an isolated shower or two is going to be Sunday. There's just not a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. That high pressure that's just parked over Texas, you're noticing, it's keeping everything away. And we don't have any rain really to speak of. Dallas, maybe on Saturday. We get out towards Sunday, maybe a couple of showers. And then that's it. And that's all she wrote. So just keep an eye out. Keep that in mind, especially as you go throughout the next few days. Now, I do want to talk about the tropics. We actually have an update here. We're looking at one area in the Atlantic, 60% chance of it developing over the next 7 days. But look at the Pacific. So we have 2 areas that we're watching, but where that red X is, that's actually now become tropical depression, tropical depression 3. So we're watching that. That one expected to possibly build up as well. So we'll watch it overall, but lots of activity in the Pacific. So 7-day forecast, not looking great. 98, 99, 100, even as we lead out to Saturday and Sunday, 101. We look out towards Monday, 99, 98. And really, when you look at Sunday and Monday, yeah, we put 100, maybe 99. It's still the same. It's still going to be hot. Esmeralda, I expect for the heat, unfortunately, to continue. No relief in sight here. We are in summer overall, and it's just not going to be fun. Maybe indoor stuff. Volleyball? Indoor volleyball? Maybe that might be the thing to do. Because it's just going to be really, really hot out there.
Or being in the pool. That's the best thing to do in this heat.
Being in the pool. I mean, come on. If you have an indoor pool, even better. But find ways to stay cool, especially as we get into the weekend, because the heat is just going to be unrelenting, unfortunately. We had some nice days where we had the rain, we had the clouds, and now they're all gone, and we're just going to be left with the heat. And
what about this Saharan dust? What can we expect in the next few days? Is it going to continue to be here? How can we protect ourselves from that?
Oh, great question. So yeah, we expect the Saharan dust to stick around for a few days, at least a moderate amount of it to kind of stick around over the next couple of days. But what we do anticipate is that it should start to make its way out by Saturday into Sunday. Here's the thing. The best thing to do would be, if you're very sensitive and get a lot of those allergies, stay indoors just because you're going to be running into the Saharan dust issue for the next couple of days. That'd be the best thing. Again, if you get a chance, though, and you can stand it, go outside and watch the sunset, sunrises. You're going to see some beautiful colors. But yeah, staying indoors, I think, is going to be the best bet.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Freddie. I believe we have a more in-depth weather Q&A tomorrow scheduled for around 9:30 a.m. So we can dive into a little bit more details on there, right?
Yeah. So tomorrow, I hope people can join us. We're going to be going into some weekend activities in your weekend forecast and highlight a really cool event that's happening over the weekend that people can check out and, have some family fun.
And get prepared, know what the weather is going to be looking like. Also, if we have any questions from any of our viewers, me and Freddie would love to hear that. You can send those in to reportit at kxan.com, and Freddie and I can read those. If you have any photos, we can share those as well tomorrow morning. We'd love to see your feedback. Well, thanks so much, Freddie, for joining us.
Thanks.
This was really fun. This is going to be all that we have for today. Thanks so much for joining us. Remember that every single day at noon, we will have a headlines stream with all the top headlines that we pull from our website and from our morning newscasts. If you miss them at night or if you miss them in the morning, just jump on here and we can share those with you. Again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll be back next time.